Obama signed 23 executive actions today. Behind him, in the background, were these kids that he said wrote letters to him, urging him to do something. And he said that those letters from those kids is what convinced him to take action. The executive actions that he signed, I've read through them, and really don't seem like much, really. What the big ones are his proposed congressional actions. The executive actions that he signed pretty much are about the whole background check system and how federal agencies need to be able to cross-check a person's health records to see if there's any, mental health issues, which I guess would go against HIPAA and all that stuff, right? Urging doctors to ask people when they come in for a checkup, do you have guns in the house? And then the doctor makes a decision whether or not he thinks that if that person has guns in the house, if they're a danger to themselves or anybody else. That's not their place. Now, the proposed congressional actions that he talked about, those are a little bit more, because he knows he can't outright ban shit with executive orders. He knows he would take a lot of flack for it. So he's proposing Congress do this because they're the ones charged with the authority to make law, right? A lot of states have the whole, face-to-face sales. You go to a gun show, you see a guy, he's trying to sell his gun, whatever. You're like, hey, I'll buy that off you. You just got yourself a gun. They need to do a NICS background check or anything. And that's the loophole in gun shows that they're talking about, is the face-to-face sales. If I buy a gun for my son for his birthday, I'm buying it. He's not of age yet. It's a little Ruger 1022. I go through the NICS background, but it's going to be my son's rifle. Now, I have to keep the gun for a year before I sell it to him or gift it to him, but that's his gun. Now, they're going to want another background check for my son, probably, to get his gift. That's BS. He wants Congress to reenact the assault weapons ban of '94, aka the Clinton weapons ban, naming these AR-15 rifles, these black guns, as assault weapons is a political term because they can't really call them assault rifles. Assault rifle is a rifle capable of burst or automatic fire with one pull of the trigger. Now, you can get semi-automatics, put a bump fire stock on them, or a bump ski, whatever, or you can just bump fire it yourself without a stock, and you can simulate automatic fire. Keyword simulate, because you're using the recoil of the gun to bump your finger off the trigger. That's why it's called bump firing. Simulates automatic fire. Your accuracy is not there, as would be a burst or fully automatic capable M4 rifle, shouldered, just wouldn't be there. Limiting magazines to 10 rounds each. That's back to the whole Clinton thing. A weapon cannot be sold to you because, every gun comes with a magazine nowadays. So, at least every semi-automatic gun. And they come to you with, like an AR-15 will come with a 20-round, 30-round magazine now. When the Clinton ban was in effect, they could only be sold with 10-round magazines. You could go and buy a 30-round magazine that was made before the ban. Cost you a little bit more, but you could get them. Now that the ban had expired and they didn't renew it, people got their hands on quite a few, 30-round mags. Got the Beta C mag, the 100-round drum for an AR-15. You guys see in my videos all the time that I use 12 and 20-round drums for my Saiga 12 shotgun. It's a lot of fun. It's heavy, especially for, one arm. What's the problem with having that? It still takes quite a bit to reload one of those. Banning the possession of armor-piercing bullets. Ammunition. Okay, what's armor piercing? You go to a gun show and you buy, a case of 880 7.62 by 54R ammunition for your Mosin? Just, bulk, cheap, corrosive Russian ammo? Is because they have steel cores and can punch through quarter-inch steel, is that armor piercing? They'll probably label it that. Increasing criminal penalties for straw purchasing. Now, what straw purchasing is say my buddy has something on his record and he wants me to go buy a gun for him because he knows that the next background check, it's going to pop up that there's something on his record and he can't get a gun. Well, if I buy that gun and then turn around and give it to him because he gave me the cash to buy that gun, that's straw purchasing. If you buy a gun, I believe you have to keep it for over a year before you sell it to somebody. If it's illegal for us to do that, why did the government let all those straw purchasers buy all those weapons in the Fast and Furious scandal. I mean, right there. Is anyone talking about Fast and Furious anymore? No. That's hypocritical, saying that, they're going to enforce more laws, or they're going to be more strict on the straw purchasing when they did it themselves. Another one of the proposed congressional actions that he wants is for them to take the restriction off the ATF that allows the importation of guns that are 50 years or older. Like, there's a lot of military surplus guys that like the old World War I, World War II style rifles, collectible. Now, the ATF can ban the importation, if Congress does go through with it, the ATF will be able to ban surplus rifles that are over 50 years old, if they choose to. The rest of the proposed congressional actions and the majority of his executive actions that he signed today have to do with, spending a lot more money that we don't have to fund programs to help with people with mental issues, for financing for youth mental health programs, to get a campaign out there to tell everyone, how to safely store your gun, keep them out of the reach of your children, people that you don't want to get to your guns. It's a bunch of bullshit, and there's already been a couple sheriffs that have publicly stated that if the federal government outlaws guns or tries to ban guns or wants to have a gun confiscation, that they won't enforce that gun confiscation law. They will not go house to house and try to take the guns from the public. Smart idea, because there are quite a few people that will stand their ground. Be a sad day if it comes down to that.